All right, sorry about that. Welcome to the Fish Barn. Let's go ahead and see who we've got. All right, I got One Fish, Two Fish. Hey, Liz. We've got Candy. Melvin's here. Dan Slee. Haley from Oddball Aquatics. Tampa Tom. 54 Punchy. Valley Fish. Dan, I think I said Dan already. So welcome, Dan. Denny's Fish Tanks is here. And so I think we've got, and then we've got LOL What is here as well. And I think I got Valley Fish as well. So I think I got everybody. So I'll give it a few minutes here. I don't know if Chris is still going or not, but Larry D is here as well. Lumpy Dog is in the house. So let me go ahead and adjust this camera real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry, that's better. That is better. So, all right. Let me see if we didn't miss anyone else. Nope, didn't look like it. So, we'll give it another couple minutes, and we'll go ahead and with the commercials. Not really commercials, but the advertising stuff like that, and then we'll go from there. So. Let me give it another second or two, and we'll go ahead and see what else is going on in the chat here. So we've got Big Easy's in the group in the chat as well. Welcome. You want a shirt with that pic of me pointing? You know, I'm kind of playing around with some shirts, so maybe I'll put one on there. That's a good idea. Thank you for the idea, Liz. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I just sort of did it and kind of looked like the, the Uncle Sam with the, the pointing it at you. So let's go ahead here, and I'll do the Aquashella. So for those of you, I'm sure all of you know at this point that Aquashella will be this weekend. So they are bringing it back to Chicago round 2. It will be at the that place, the White Eagle Convention Center, Niles, Illinois. So I will be there Saturday night and Sunday. I think I've said before, my daughter has her birthday party Saturday, so I'm going to leave from Detroit right after that. So definitely be looking forward to that. And then I think that's all the announcements for now. I will be at the Aquatic Experience as well, so we'll talk a little bit more about that later on in the stream. So if you've not gone to Aquashella before and you're close to the Chicago area, I would highly recommend it. So that being said, let us get on. Actually, I do want to mention one more thing. Sorry. There was a pretty cool video that came out today. And it's not something you guys would follow a lot because it was in the saltwater world, but it was Matt Pedersen's MACNA video. He talked a lot about breeding fish and dealing with fish shortage and stuff. It was a lot like what Tori said in a lot of his talks early on about the breeding for profit series, etc., etc. And he even mentions Corey in his talk, which I thought was pretty interesting. He's mentioning a freshwater guy in a saltwater talk. So definitely something very exciting to see. So I'm going to grab the link for that real quick, just to not make Candy do that. So here, that. Yeah, I know Matt does both ways, but that's Matt's video. So check that out later. Definitely, I interviewed Matt a few weeks ago. So, or actually, it posted a few weeks ago. I interviewed him back in July. He's a wealth of knowledge. So someone definitely you should be Oh. Sorry, Candy. Here, I'll spell it for you. So, but yeah, I was on BRS TV. So definitely something. Dirty Tanking's here. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, guys. I'm getting a little, parched, I guess. So let me go ahead and get the camera fired up here, and we'll start the tour. So we've got 60. Yeah, no worries, Candy. It's all good. So we're going to get the camera fired up, and we'll do the tour. I did get the gimbal out, so you don't have the spinny screens and everything. Turbofish is here. Welcome, AJ. So we're going to flip the camera, and we're going to go ahead and get the tour fired up here, because that's what you guys want to see. And we're actually going to feed as well. I was running late for work today, so I actually didn't feed the fish room in the morning like I usually do. So we're going to get that fired up as well. And I actually got some new fish food in as well. So I like these a lot. I just haven't had them in a while. But these are the Sarah Onip tabs, so we're going to feed some of these as well. So let's go ahead and get it fired up here. Just give me 1 second to switch the camera and get the mics all set up, and we'll get ready to go. Go. All right, so you guys should be looking at a cichlid tank, and you guys should be able to hear me. So can I get an audio check? And you guys can see the tank and a lot of glare. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to kind of feed it. We'll kind of do this in the order that I feed it. The way to do this. So got the gimbal, and we're going to go for a walk. So let's spin around. All right. And we're going to feed one-handed, which might be a problem. So first fish we're going to feed is the saltwater tank here. So we've got the big angelfish, and we've got the butterfly fish in here. So and the fish is not going in, of course. So we've got that tank. So this is kind of a working fish. So now that they're pristine, and I was going to work from home today, but I didn't get the kind of life happened and didn't work out. So kind of this is what it is. So we've got the pearl scale, the Pakistani butterfly, the fish adding the rocks over there. There's a Tricentis pound that's in there. And that is for the fish for this tank right here. So let's flip the camera, and then we'll go to the next tank. So there are 60 tanks in here, about 60 something. So we will do all of them, and I'll go as fast as I can go, and I can tell you as much as I can about each of them. So this is very simple filtration and everything. There's the angelfish out now. So, all right. So next on our list, and by the way, when I was feeding that tank, I was feeding that the LRS Breeders Blend. That's been kind of one of my go-to fish foods, especially for breeding the clownfish that we'll see in a minute. So the next fish we've got here are the, this is my African cichlid tank. This is the 180-gallon plywood tank. So this is the northern GT fish. The mix of purple CI, yellow labs, and there's some miscellaneous peacocks in here. OE, there's it was told to me as a cobalt blue, and then the other one is a strawberry, and all in here are the, I did put the Malawi trout in here. So if you see down here, the Malawi trout are in here. They're big enough now. They won't get eaten. So, but see those guys in there well. And now the one thing is I can't see the chat when we go through this. just to let you guys know. So I'll have to stop. I'm going to stop probably about halfway through and take a look at the chat and answer any questions. So the next group of fish we're going to feed, it gets the Northfin pellets as well. So we're going to give a size to these guys. These are the Geos that we looked at last week. So we're going in the back here. So I'm going to be bringing these guys to Aquatic Experience for the cichlid show. So I'm trying to figure out which one I'm going to bring. And I think I might bring the one in the back. That guy in the back. I think his fins are looking the best. And so he's kind of the best looking one of the group. So I got to go grab some more food and then we'll feed the rest of these guys over here. All right, one second. We're gonna go get the bug bites. Actually, we'll go over here. Now, unfortunately, some of these tanks aren't the cleanest in the world. They're hard to reach, and this was a poor design on my part. But all right, so all right, let me flip the. Something I don't like about this gimbal. So we're gonna feed this first. All right, so these fish right here are but these are something called a Schubel blue guppy, and these actually were from Stan Schubel's fish room. So originally had a pair. There are quite a few frying here now. Like I said, this is a working fish room, so don't pay attention to the death, but some pretty cool fish. Heading over to the next tank here. These are the Limia perugiae. I have had some spawns of these, but I think they've been eating the fry. I've been adding some more of the hornwort up here to see if I can protect them. But I might actually have to start pulling females out. I do want to get my BAP points for those guys. The next fish here. These are the super red Dumbo dragon guppies. So originally got these at Aquashella, and then I did get some more recently. I was kind of running a little bit low on these, but some of my favorite fish, and I do apologize for the glare. Next tank here, these are the Limia nigra fasciata, the humpback Limia. Got these from Dan's Fish. And there's a few in here doing pretty well. And then the next tank over, and I need to slide over here. And so this next fish, and let's see, none of them are out. But this is a like a white platinum guppy I got from LR Brett's. Definitely another one of my favorites. Unfortunately, there's not many out at the moment. Let me throw some food in there. I'm gonna put the camera down for just a second. Or actually, you know what? I can go this way. Let me grab some almond tabs. And we'll head back to those guppies in a second. All right. All right, so the next fish we've got here, these are some of the Gadiids. These are the Xenotania resolane, or the leopard Gadiid. These are from the Rio Purification, Jalisco, Mexico. I have the ESU number, so this is the tag. So I try to keep all of the tags in here, and I actually make my own tags as well, just to let you guys know. But these pretty hard to find Gadiid. Got these from Jeremy at Sergeant Tanks at the the GVAC club meeting. So they were tiny fry when I got them, and they've started to grow up pretty large now. So looking forward to maybe in a few months getting some fry from them. So these ones are one of my favorites. I picked these up at the IFGA Guppy auction May of this year. These are the Gold Delta Guppies. Originally got a trio, and there are quite a few fry in here. So definitely looking forward to seeing these guys grow out and grow up. And then next tank over is the group of half black. Any other color, got those at the same auction. So at the IFGA Guppy show as well. And then the next tank here are my Skiffia Francese. And sorry about the glare, let me try this. But I got quite a few fry of these, and I actually took these from BAP earlier this month. All right, heading down to the bottom are my, I don't know why they've been hiding out. They've been doing this lately. They've been hiding out in the corners over here. But those are my Severums. These are wild caught from the Rio Nene. I did pick these up from Pleco Paradise. And then there's some Green Dragon Plecos in here. They're not out right now. But, and then there's a few of these HY511 Petros still. All right, heading over to the next group of tanks. All right, so this next tank, we're probably not going to see any fish in this one. She kind of hides, but there is a female Xenotoka Eisenai in here. I've ended up with 2 females. I lost one, and I'm trying to see if I can get some fry out of it. They were hit, but hopefully I can get some fry. They were eating the fry. Had them in a smaller tank, but I've moved them to this 20-gallon high now. The next tank, these fish I thought pretty cool. This is another Gadiator. I need to get some stuff in this tank, some filtration going and some plants and stuff. But these are the barred split fin. It's Chapalichthys anquistus, and I'll show you the tag on this so you can read it. Maybe not. And then the next tank over here, these are the jeweled Gadiad, Xenotoka variata, Jesus Maria, San Luis Potoso. Got the ESV numbers on these as well. And then this is a group of Pundamilia nairii that I picked up at a fishing bingo. So I'm really growing these out for the females, but we'll see how these guys color up. And maybe we'll get another group going. We'll see, maybe I'll just sell this group off, or we'll see. But you can see the dominant male starting to form already right here. And then you've got some females. And then this is kind of a mixed bag. We've got some platies in here. And then there are some metallic black-tailed guppies as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and catch up with the chat for a minute, and then we'll continue onward. Let me just give a minute here and catch my breath, and we'll go from there. Set you guys down. Sorry about the terrible glare on that tank, but I'm gonna catch the chat for a minute and grab a drink, actually. So, all right. All right, so all right, Chewy. Hey, Susan, how's it going? Dark one. Okay. Chat. All right. I'm back. Stop talking trash. Oh. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll start with this tank you're looking at right here. So this is a 90-gallon tank. So this is, it's not really a grow out, but it has quite a few different cichlids in here. There's some electric blue Walis, some Alonocara ethelweini, and then there are some Swedish hongai in here as well. So the dominant Swedish hongai is in the back there. That's an electric blue Wali. These guys still have some growing to do, but they're doing pretty well. And then if you guys follow me like on Instagram or Facebook, you've probably seen these already, but these are some purple ACI fry. I pulled these out of the female on Sunday night. I've got them just in this breeder box right here for now. I'm gonna give it probably after Aquashella. I'll probably move these guys to like a 5-gallon tank to start growing them out a little bit more. So that's it for those. This tank behind me that I forgot to clean, and we're not gonna see the fish in here, I don't think. But there are some Eusachromis. Eusachromis blue tips that are in here, and they always hide behind the filter and they won't come out. So we're gonna skip that one. We're gonna go to this 15-gallon up here. We're growing out some Alonocara Stuart Granti, which will need to relocate to a bigger tank. This next tank over has a singular crebensis in it, which is hiding. And then the other two tanks up here are empty right now. And then one of my favorite tanks, this is the discus tank. This is, it's got jungle valve, runs on this sump down here. So this is the sump. Basically it's got the filter floss. I have to get some more bio balls for this, but then returns up to here. So that's the discus tank. And then heading over this way, we have the spawning angel pair that keep eating their eggs. So after Aquashella and the aquatic experience, I'm going to get a little bit more serious about getting these guys. You know, the next spawn I'm going to probably pull it. Just not going too well. And then going over to the next tank over here, these are the Rio Atapa swordtails. And then these ones are going to be hard to see, but these were some of the red guppies that were in the pond. These are the ones that actually stayed inside, but that's a similar strain. We have some steel nebula guppies as well. Let me move the light a little bit. This light's so bad. So let's try that. All right. So there are some steel nebula fry. This is one of the fish that I'm going to relocate pretty soon. And then the next tank over, we have some Cracodon audax. I just got these a little while ago. There's some juveniles in here. They're the Black Prince Gadiad. So let me see if we can find one with the black on it. This little male right here has got the black. So if I zoom out a little bit, can't see it. All right, and then over here, these are the fish I pulled out of the pond. So you can see the platies, the platy that's in there, and then all of the various fry that are here as well. So that's the downstairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit you guys down for a minute. And I think we just did 30 tanks or so, and it's about 9:30. And I guess if you want to watch Creative Pet Keeping's unboxing, you can do that as well. So we will close that. So, all right. Let's see. Stupid notification. All right. All right, so we're gonna head upstairs. That is an electric heater. That is a FUH 54. So, all right, let's go ahead. We'll head up to the. Go ahead and head up to the top, and we'll go take a look at the top. I'm gonna grab another drink. And then we're going to grab the rest of the saltwater food and head on upstairs. All right, so this group here is the zebra obliquidans. So I've had quite a few fried of these. The next 75 over right now is empty. But let's go ahead and feed the saltwater fish. So the first here are some snowflake clowns. Come on. So snowflakes. All right, so when we go to the next tank here, these are some Allard's clownfish or Amphiprion allardi. These come from Africa. Not seen very much in the hobby. Found a couple of juveniles at one of my local pet stores. And then we've got down here the Molly Miller blennies. So we've got some food. We've got some black Ocellaris clownfish way in the back. Next tank here is the Bisinctus clownfish. The next tank here, we've got the maroon, the lightning maroon. Fire clowns in the next tank. You can't even see them. We've got, so this is going to be one of my goals at Aquashella, is to get, no, you ain't going to see them. The gimbal won't get in there. And then we've got the pair here of the tomatoes. So if you look, if I had the other camera, it'd be better, but there's some eggs in the back. So if you look in the back, that dark patch back there are the eggs. And then, all right, so if we go right here, right next to the tomatoes, these are the ends that I got from Dan at Dan's Fish. So definitely looking pretty good. Probably needed to get some of the hair algae out of here, but all in all, it's going pretty well. The next tank over is the beast. These have been pretty nice fish as well. And then the next group here are the Cobra Endlers. This is another group that I'm going to have to, I want to get going pretty good. So I think that's the first of the male I started with. And then there's a call I got to get out of here. That fish needs to go somewhere else. Swinging around here, this tank has some Neolamprologus burchardi spun spots. There's one right back there, and we're going to keep it kind of quiet around that tank because they generally hide in the shells. And then this next group here, and they're hiding as well. These are the Chindongo de Masoni. So, and then like I said, that 75 over there is empty right now. And then we're going to get to the Pundamilia Nairii group. I'm going to probably take the dominant male here. That fish that's coming up to us now. I mean, they're all pretty good looking, but we're going to take these guys, one of these guys, to the show for the aquatic experience. And I think I may have a Holden female or two in here as well. Maybe maybe or maybe not. I'm not sure yet. But definitely some pretty cool looking fish. And then next tank over from that, these are the Amicus Splendid. So I've gotten quite a few fry from this group as well. So that's these have come. Yeah, these have come to be some of my favorite fish. Give you kind of a look. This is a 54-gallon bow front, and then heading to the back. This is the Limia Tridens. Just got these a couple months ago, and so they're just fry as well. So let me see if I can find get one in here then in focus. Nope. All right, coming over to the next tank over. This is the slide over here. All right, so these are the Limia sulphurophylla. I don't know if this will let me zoom in at all. Nope. So unfortunately, they're a little hard to see, but they are back there. And then some of my favorites are in this tank that's down low here. These are the Girardinus metallicus, which are the I think it's like the black throat live bearer. And where are they? Oh, there's the female. Usually, if you find the female, yeah, this is not good. There's the female, and there's the male. Okay. I am going to move these fish to a different tank eventually. All right. Next tank here, we have the these are the Lulupi, and then these are the Cyprochromis leptosoma Katoomba Jumbo. Next tank over now, we have the Cracodon lateralis. So this is a 30-gallon, but there's a male there, and then another male right there. So they get kind of a nice red color, and then the females are more of just a more of a drab color like that. But I kind of like the markings on them as well. And then down here are the Scyphia multiplicata. So we've got some fries still in here. So this group kind of took a hit for some reason. I think this tank got a little bit too warm over the summer. So this is another fish I'm going to be looking to move as well. Next fish over, these are the Xenotoca lion's eye. It's another one of the Gadiids from Mexico. This is actually pretty heavily planted with some wood. There are quite a few fry in here. Next tank up above, and we'll see if we can find them. They kind of hide out a lot too. These are the Haplochromis species Blue obliquitans. I got these from Gary Liu. Oops, I showed you. So let's see if I can find them. See if I can coax one of them out from somewhere. Don't see them. It's a problem with cichlids. All right. These next fish are the Tropheus Comwera conchezza. I'm going to show you the label because maybe I won't. I don't pick it. The camera's not picking it up. All right. Next fish these are the ones I just picked up from the wet spot. These are the blue Melanzona guppies. I'm not very happy with this camera on this. All right, and the next are the yellows that are in here, and these are not getting picked up at all. And then heading down here, I still have some in another tank to get out. But these are some Cuban Limias. And then last but not least are the, these are called the Golden Teddy Live Bear. 'Cause Yeah, I gotta paint these tanks. Should have done that before. But so species name is Xenophallus umbralis, but definitely cool little live bear. So let's go ahead and head downstairs, and we'll see if you guys have any questions, because I went through that rather quickly. All right. All right. So let me flip the scene. All right, guys. So we're back. So let me go ahead here and through all the comments here, and I know I've missed quite a few. All right. Yep, the black clowns. It's a genetic variant. Those come from. They're from Australia. They're from like Darwin, so they're called Darwin ocellaris. So Jess, it's okay. No worries. Zebra obliquata. Yep. Let me go ahead and catch up to where I was at. Okay. Yep. So let me see. It's good. I need some coffee now. Yeah, keep me informed in case I miss the sale announcement, Dan, please. So for Aquashella, yep. So Chewy, yep. Those are the ocellaris. So hey, Jess, how's it going? They look fun. So Mr. B, which fish are? Oh, okay, guys. Those are probably the endlers or the guppies, I would assume. Aqua, HE Aqua, are you going to go to the National IFGA show? So hey, Brandon, how's it going? Chad, how's it going? Thank you, Susan. Quite a few different, yeah, it's got quite a few cichlids and live bears right now. I know a few people are going, and the IG says they're show November. All right, so we've got it to the bottom. So, Jess, are you you're heading to Aquashella? So, travel safely. I know it's quite a bit of a trip for you, I think. So let's go ahead now. We'll get to the Facebook post of the week. So let me get to the first post here. And I'll let that pop up for you guys. Alright, so this one is old puddles below the tank. Silly cat detached the air pump tubes, causing it to siphon. I'm glad I saw it before going to bed. So yeah, that's definitely. I've seen a lot of this lately, and a lot of people getting having cats do stuff. So I think I've seen a lot of it in like KG's Tropical Stream, where people are saying, "Oh, the cat's coming out," and pulling my betas out, or pulling my plants out, or pulling out any of the other stuff. So. This is something I saw on Facebook, and it was like, yeah, there's a lot of like cat, fish damage lately. So, excuse me. And then the next post of the week is, so this is kind of Scott's not in here tonight, but this is the Aquatic Experience cichlid show. If you're looking to enter some cichlids, go ahead. I didn't put the link in here, but if you go to the Aquatic Experience page, you can find the link. And go ahead and go to the, you can enter your cichlids in there. I'm taking a couple cichlids to enter in this. Don't know how they'll do. I've never done this before, but we'll see how it goes. So that's the posts of the week. And then I sort of showed you these guys already, but those are the ACIs. So once we get those guys grown out, I might get my BAP. So that was actually the first time I'd ever stripped a cichlid. I'd never done it before. It was actually pretty easy, but just grabbed it, used a coat hanger. So. All right. And then next thing here, so let me pop it back up to me. All right. I guess what we'll do now is if you guys have any questions, I can take the camera around and we can go ahead and look at whatever you guys want to see. Or if anyone missed anything that wants me to go back over, we can go over that as well. So I'm going to leave that up to you guys if you have any questions on the fish barn. Yeah, I wasn't very happy with some of the video that came out of this, though, like when we got upstairs. I wish I could have zoomed in a little bit more, but it is what it is. So let's see what else I can show you. But yeah, the angelfish definitely did have been spawning in here. Unfortunately, they've just been eating the eggs, so. Oh. Okay. That's probably so. All right, so no one's. So let me. I guess what I'll do is I'll show you the auto water change system. So let me plug this in here and go from there. Camera. And we'll go ahead here and take a look at the water change. So we're going to start here. So this is the instant hot water pump. You can buy these at Lowe's. They're a couple $100. But what this does is it will pump water from the house and pump this water all the way, if you follow the red pipe, all the way around to this right here. Reduces it down to I think it's like a 1/4 inch. The valve right here is to shut off. And then I just replaced these the other day, but these are the cartridges. There's two sediment filters, and then there's a carbon block to remove the chlorine, and then that will feed into the freshwater system. And then this is a DI resin right here, so it'll deionize it and feed it into the saltwater bucket. So if you look here, this is the freshwater bucket. This is hooked up to my Apex, which will then feed things like this manifold. There's a couple different pumps because it takes quite a bit of head pressure to pump it upstairs. And then, so basically, I'm kind of moving to something like this, and then it will feed these lines, which will then in turn feed into these different tanks. So that's how the auto water change system works. And then if you can see down here, this drain will drain outside to the barn. So all right. Oh, Jess wants to see Geo Vegas. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the Geos. So the Geo is over here in this 125 gallon tank. So, and we lost it, but those are the Geos right here. So there are 4 in here. Oh, the other one's over there. Okay. So there's the 3 Geos. There are these 2 random Tetras. And then really kind of about here. So, and then this just runs on a sump with the auto water change like we talked about. So that's the Geos. Oh, hold on a second. I have to look at that for just a second. That wasn't good. Really flooded out the room. All right. Some of the more interesting fish in here as well. These are the discus tank. This is a 90 gallon discus tank. So I've got a pretty large piece of driftwood in here. And then some of these guys have gotten pretty big. The big one's underneath that rock right there, or underneath the wood. What else? Kind of favorites. Actually, I'm really enjoying this tank right now. So this is the cichlid tank. This, honestly, I think is probably one of my favorite tanks here in the barn right now. There's just a lot of action in it, which makes it kind of fun. So we've got a mix of peacocks, we've got some Mbunas in here, we've got the yellow labs, purple ACIs. I mean, this one right here, if I were to take another fish to the show, I would probably take this monster purple ACI. He's literally probably about 7 inches long. I mean, he's just a straight up monster. And then there's also, if you look in the back, you can see, I want to look at you. You can see the Aristocus Christii that are in the back. They're generally right now they're pretty small. And you won't. All the cichlids are in the way. If they're kind of hanging out in the back. So those will end up being in the tank boss. I may end up having to remove all the Mbuna and stuff because we'll probably eat them. But that's kind of the. Those are Heckelei, are the Geos. So, we've got 10 leching now. All right, so let me flip the mics around. And get back on me. All right, so yeah, so JH is stuck in the, basically stuck at home at this point. So, grab some scuba tanks and start, yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out. We'll see how that works. I guess, JH, if you're watching this and get to Detroit, and sometime Saturday, I can take you with me. But, that's pretty much it. So, it's going to be 9:53, so my time's kind of getting short here. So appreciate you guys coming along on the tour. Definitely, there's a lot to go through, and I went through it kind of quick. So if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments section, and I'll go ahead and answer those best I can. Videos coming up Sunday. I probably will just live stream from Aquashella, and instead of doing the video, and then yeah, true. That's a fair point. Be home. You want to be home with the pets and stuff like that. So yeah, no problem. HC Aqua, definitely glad to have you guys along. So thank you guys for coming out. You know, if you have any other questions, comments, etc., you know, obviously leave them in the comments. But yeah, I like showing this off occasionally. Gives me an excuse to make sure everything's cleaned up in here. So that being said, if you've not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ding the notification bell, hit the like buttons and all that happy stuff. And then from there, go ahead and you know, watch any of the videos. There's some pretty cool stuff. Yep, thanks Liz. And then I will catch you in New York in a couple weeks from there. One other thing too, there possibly may not be a stream on October 8th. Just because there's the Fish Club meeting changed their meeting date for that month from Thursday to Tuesday, so I may not be able to make it for the stream that day, but we'll see. Thanks, Candy. Chicago to Detroit isn't bad, thankfully. The only time it gets bad, just you know, for you guys who may or may not know, is basically wintertime when you get around the Great Lake Michigan. Basically, call it mile marker 34 on I-94, which most of you don't know, which is fine. But if you get kind of like past that way, you can hit a lot of lake effect snow coming off of Lake Michigan, going through like northern Indiana up into Chicago. So that can get a little treacherous in the winter. But this time of year, it's smooth sailing, especially on a weekend. Your biggest danger is kind of that. It's mostly trucks, but you know, and like I said, I'll be leaving Saturday afternoon, kind of getting in early evening, and finding out where everyone is and kind of going from there. So that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. So thank you guys for coming out. Check out Dr. Black afterwards. So with that being said, stay fishy, keep on breeding and breathing, and we'll catch you on the next one.